Ladies and gentlemen, Nikki Haley would make a fantastic vice president for President Trump. And you say, well, you want somebody who's completely loyal. That's not true, AJ. She wouldn't make a good vice president. President Trump didn't meet with her at Mar-a-Lago. What are you talking about? You need somebody who is on board with President Trump. And that mentality is the wrong mentality to have, with all due respect. And I love you if you think that, if you think that way, you're not going to deal with the political realities that President Trump has to deal with. Okay? Nikki Haley is an extremely accomplished, eloquent, politically a very, very strong political candidate. Even if she ran on her own, obviously nobody can really touch Trump. DeSantis is up there. They say Trump's former vice president is up there now. That's not true. But look at what Nikki Haley brings to a potential vice presidency, to a potential ticket in 2024. Just go ahead, type in Nikki Haley, and see what she's accomplished. Nikki Haley is an American politician, diplomat, businesswoman, and author who served as the 116th and first female governor of South Carolina from 2011 to 2017, and as the 29th United States ambassador to the United Nations from 2017 to 2018. There's no way that she can be demeaned or undermined by media. Media would be trying to would be dissing themselves. You diss me, you diss yourself. I think Voltaire said that. So Nikki Haley lambasts Biden administration over. So you can look. Nikki Haley. See, again, you have these articles. First of all, there's no real disagreement between President Trump and the former United States ambassador. Okay? Yes, she made a statement pertaining to President Trump's culpability. Okay. You leave that aside. You have a situation where in 2024, President Trump's very likely going to run again. I don't know if he's 100% going to run. If he doesn't run, there's no chance. I don't think anyone has a chance really against Biden. Because if you don't have the energy and enthusiasm President Trump brings, like you have Adam Kinzinger today saying, oh, he's lost it. Adam Kinzinger voted alongside Trump 60% of the time. No, sorry, 90%. What am I saying? 90% of the time. 90% of the time, according to the 538 vote tracker. Tracking Congress in the age of Trump. So hit subscribe to this channel right now. Be here this evening. I will have a live stream every evening, later in the evening, like around 10 p.m. or so, 9 p.m. Sometimes I'll do it at around 5 or 6 or 7, but tonight I'll probably do it a little later. I'll have 3 uploads in the day, one live stream in the late evening. Hit subscribe if you want to support my voice long term. My Patreon is below. I'm going to give you different things to kind of ponder, think about, analyze, evaluate that you might not be getting from, other pundits or channels that support, or journalists that support President Trump. So you need a vice president that's going to appeal to a new base of voters, or a wider base of voters. Nikki Haley does that. Now, it could be South Dakota's governor, okay? She's great also. I do think, though, that Nikki Haley is a little bit... So Kristi Noem is great. She's fantastic. I think that, number one, you would need a woman. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you don't think that you would need a female vice president... in the comment section, explain why you would. I think that would be fantastic. President Trump's previous vice president, okay, gave him maybe clout or a presence among conservative Republicans in 2015. There was a political calculus there. I don't think that he chose Pence because of his personality. Okay? I don't think that he chose Pence because of, his winning smile or personality. There was a political reality there that he had to address. Similarly, I think that there's a political reality here. President Trump needs to broaden his appeal. He needs to be more of a human being to people who view him as a nightmare. He lost votes among women compared to he lost votes among women. I forgot the exact number of votes that he lost or percentages, but he lost a sizable percentage among women this time in the last election. Okay? That's an issue. I think Nikki Haley could help out. Also, the fact that she was an ambassador to the United Nations, she was a governor, but the fact that she was ambassador to the United Nations gives her a certain level of gravitas, gives her a certain level, and she's definitely like extremely eloquent and extremely capable enough to go to have a back and forth with petulant, malicious journalists. Again, you might say, well, she didn't stand by Trump. Nobody stood by Trump. Even, look, after what took place, nobody said a word. Okay? It was a complete and utter catastrophe politically. It was a political disaster, and those 5 people should be alive today. So he shouldn't even have had the protest that. There should have been a national discourse, dialogue, debate, discussion. I keep saying that. After that happened, it was an absolute political catastrophe. But ladies and gentlemen, you can't, the same playbook, President Trump is a great president. First president to step foot in North Korea to begin détente between North and South Korea. President Moon Jae-in of South Korea stated that Trump deserved the Nobel Peace Prize. He's been asking Biden's administration to continue Trump's foreign policy. By the way, I'm all for the AUMF to be stripped from the president. I think that's a great thing. It could be perhaps the nature of who Biden is, and people just don't want him to have that authorization. But the AUMF should have ended a long time ago. That's a great thing. That's a great thing that's happening right now. Even though, within a month, he utilized his foreign policy in a way he shouldn't have. Okay? It took him only 1 month to show who he truly was. But anyway, so removing the AUMF is a very good thing. But you need to, ladies and gentlemen, I think there needs to be an understanding that, hey, there's a phrase, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it's broke, fix it. So certain things are broke. And you have the Abraham Accords, peace between Israel, UAE, Bahrain, Morocco. You have these great things that President Trump, we had record low unemployment throughout most of President Trump's tenure. That did not, the pandemic's not Trump's fault. The top 12, the highest unemployment rates, the top 12 highest unemployment rates are all in Democratic-run states. I'm including D.C. there. And the worst pandemic outcomes, 6 to 7 of the top 10 in terms of aggregate lives lost, or 7 of the top 11 in terms of aggregate lives lost, and 6 of the top 11 in terms of, or 6 or 7 in terms of per capita rate, are all Democratic-run states. Well, actually, the first 4 are Democratic-run states. The top 1 through 4. How is that? They pontificate the most, yet they have the worst outcomes. So how is that even? They're the ones who claim to know what's going on. They've presided over the worst outcomes. Then you have, of course, Whitmer, and I'll be doing a segment on that. She's being investigated right now. She had the same policies as Cuomo with the elderly homes. So It's pretty unbelievable. I mean, all like the shadiest activities taking place. The absolute shadiest activities taking place among Democratic governors, and the media like just hides everything, sweeps everything under the rug. But give me your thoughts below. I think that he obviously needs a new vice president. I think Nikki Haley would be absolutely fantastic. She has a presence in terms of maybe not establishment politics, but if you're the ambassador to the United Nations, there's not much that liberal journalists can try to disparage you on. And like again, she's a female governor at a time when there weren't. I think she might have been the only female governor at that point. She accomplished great things. So give me your thoughts below. It's something that the Washington Examiner Veeps emerged for 2024 ticket that could reshape Republican Party. So he's running again, almost certainly. And if he doesn't, there's no hope. I don't see Biden with media, Hollywood, social media, late night. I mean, there's no way, even if he governs in the manner he's governing now, which is horrendous, there's no way that a Republican not named Trump could come close. President Trump needs to throw a curveball or a slider off speed. He needs to do something that will allow people to look at him in a different manner. You see him on the stage with Nikki Haley, you have a completely different look. You can't then accuse him of the things that Democrats have accused him of. Democrats are all about public relations, so it throws a wrench in their quest to always paint him as this nightmare. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe. I'll be back numerous times today. We'll have a live stream later this evening. Think about it and give me your thoughts. At least think about how it would help President Trump, even if you disagree.